Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host Double Tap, and this is Aussie Game Rants Podcast Season 2. Welcome back after the break. We've had a little bit of a holiday, and we're back and we're refreshed with a new team. Welcome back, Jimmy D.
Yeah, I got nothing at the moment.
All right, I can deal with that.
Oh, no.
It's me, Jimmy D.
Hello!
And we have a new cast member due to some unfortunate circumstances. We have our good friend Frubix.
Wow. I think I go on the wind.
Oh, God help us all. So, what have we been playing over the break, guys? Not a lot of anything. I've been playing Destiny.
Yeah.
A lot of Destiny.
A shit ton of Destiny.
Yeah, way too much Destiny,
I'm playing
unfortunately.
a lot of Siege.
That's the other game. I've been playing Siege as well.
Yeah, if I'm not playing Destiny, I'm generally playing Siege.
Yeah, look, I mean, I think it's been an unfortunate Christmas period, really. Not a lot of games came out that were of much known. We said that last year in the closing, in our Game of the Year. There just wasn't really much that came out. No. It was very disappointing. So 2016 is on us. What are we looking forward to? Frubix, what are you looking forward to this year? First thing that comes to mind.
Uncharted 4, definitely.
Fantastic.
Uncharted's always been a great series.
It's been great, but aren't you a little bit concerned? Because I'm looking forward to the game, right? Loving the game. But I'm concerned about the dated gameplay that Uncharted came with. Because I went and replayed 1, 2, and 3 when the pack came out. It just felt clunky.
The first game was definitely clunky.
It definitely
was. Very, very dated.
Number 2 was...
The fact that as long as you could see the enemy, you could shoot them through walls.
Yes.
That's fine.
Yep.
Whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
2 had hands down 3 had hands down the best gameplay.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
They constantly improve on that. Yep. It looks like they're definitely improving it even more.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, look, it's Naughty Dog.
Yeah,
they've improved. Like, look at The Last of Us.
Yeah.
If they bring what they brought from The Last of Us to Uncharted 4, I think you and I will both be very happy campers.
It looks like that's what they're going to be doing. I mean, you look at their stealth mechanics and stuff that they're using in Uncharted 4 just from their little demo.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that there is a lot of influence from Last of Us. It's specifically that stealthy mechanic.
And dialogue choices now too, which that came out of left field, really.
I don't like dialogue choices.
I think they're interesting, but I think in Uncharted's case they'll probably be negligible.
If they're in Uncharted, they're not going to lead anywhere. It's not going to change anything.
No, it's just going to be aesthetic.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of spoken dialogue choices. You can see that in stuff like Fallout.
Yep.
It limits.
Fallout was arse.
See?
That mechanic of just not knowing what you're going to say.
Thank you.
Was complete arse.
Yeah, I agree, but that happened in Dragon Age Inquisition as well. I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great option. And all of a sudden it was completely different to what I had intended. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. Old style Fallout 3, where you had all these lines of dialogue, old school RPG style, that's what you need.
Yeah,
that's really what you need.
You can have the NPCs talk, that's fine, but when you're giving choices for your character to speak, the whole point of it is that you're going to be that character. You're trying to live that character. So the voice that you're giving that person, even though you're just reading the text, is your own voice. Whereas now they have a voice.
Their voice
limited to four dialogue options.
4 dialogue options.
Whereas New Vegas had at least 6 to 10 different dialogue options per bit of dialogue that you were supposed to speak.
And each one meant different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could be a total dick.
Yeah.
And I mean a total dick, which, was hilarious if you're playing it.
That was the character form that you took. That was...
You formed your own character, where this one limits to the amount that you can
creativity,
form that character.
Yeah. Oh, what else are we looking forward to, though, Jimmy D?
I'm looking forward to Dark Souls 3.
Yes. When does that come out?
Next
month? March? No, May?
I'm pretty sure it's May. I might be wrong.
One of the 2 months with an M at the start.
Yes.
I always get them confused. We're looking forward to that one because the original developer is back.
Yes. So
not the B team anymore.
Correct.
It's not the B team.
The A team.
So it's the guys who did Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne.
Which we're very excited to see what they do with Dark Souls.
And Demon Souls.
And Demon Souls.
And
how do we forget?
Bringing back the Demon Souls as well.
How do we ever black that out of our memory?
I think it's just because it's been Dark Souls for so long now that people forget that there was one before that. But again, it's one of those games that's using the best of both worlds. It's using that Dark Souls mechanics as well as using a bit more of an action-y feel with their forms that you can use in different weapons, which came from the Bloodborne era. So, it looks like they're doing the best of both worlds. The only thing I had to gripe about it was it has more of a Bloodborne feeling. The hue is very Bloodborne. It's very dark, not as colourful as what
I've seen a lot
Dark Souls.
I've seen a lot of colour in some of the gameplay. I do agree there is a specific hue, but once again, it comes down to the feeling, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Dark Souls,
yeah.
Bloodborne had the gothic feel, whereas Dark Souls
had that
has
medieval,
and that's what they're staying to. But that scene where the dragon spits fire out, that colours the screen immensely.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this one's going to go. Judging by it being the original developers, and not the B team, it should be great. I mean, you have a look at the success of Dark Souls, and then you have a look at the success of the, PS4 only Bloodborne, considering it was just a console exclusive.
It did.
How well it actually did. And then you look at their quality of their DLC that they did, compared to, all these other AAA developers who were bringing out, here's a set of clothes for, $5.99. These guys were like, here's $30. It's a whole new area of a game, and it was an extra 20 plus hours or more.
More, yeah, depending on what
how
level
you wanted to play.
Yeah. All right, what else are we looking forward to? I mean, it's going to be a big year. I have that feeling. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, definitely bigger than 2015.
2015 was the year of remakes.
Filled with nothing games.
Yeah, it really was. Disappointment
and
everywhere.
your occasional gems, like Siege came out.
I think indie games
last year.
Indie games reigned the best
last year. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. All right, so what are some other titles we're looking forward to? Horizon Zero Dawn. Which I think that'll be interesting.
The Killzone developers, they're changing completely what they used to do. They've gone from doing first-person shooters to an RPG-style mechanic.
Be interesting, because I don't think we've seen any gameplay. I mean, we've seen in-engine footage, but...
RPG.
Oh, we've seen some gameplay.
From what we've seen, it's very, very Monster Hunter.
Yeah. Monster Hunter.
Look for the weak points on a very dangerous animal that you will just die to.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting. And of course, let's not forget the Sony exclusive, The Last Guardian.
Last Guardian.
Yes.
We've got some big excitement in the room for that one.
That has been
a very long awaited game.
Very long.
It was a tech demo, wasn't it? At one point.
They announced it like 8 years ago. They were going to make it for the PS3.
Yeah,
and then it quietly
just dissipated. Yeah. It just went off the face of the earth. But people kind of forgot about it,
and then they re-announced. They never said though. They cancelled it either.
It's just that they never showed anything else, and people kind of forgot about it. It became a forgotten game, and then they're like, no, we're still making this, but now we're doing it for PS4.
Do you think it's going to live up to the hype though?
Yeah.
Or considering how Ico and Shadow of Colossus played.
Yeah.
Should definitely at least
I think it's going to definitely have that emotional journey.
Oh, definitely.
For sure.
I mean, from what we've seen so far, the emotion is already there.
It's just like you have a giant dog following.
I love the idea that the giant dog is named after a Pokemon. I know that's not the basis for it, but come on, Treecko. That's fantastic. So what are some other games? God, it's going to be a massive year. We've got Batman Telltale Edition. That's going to be exciting, but I have mixed feelings on Telltale games.
I'm skeptical because Telltale is one of those companies that did so well with one of their games, and now
everything's a little bit average.
Everything's exactly the same.
Yeah.
So but their games aren't really good.
No, it was just a unique experience.
It was
at
refreshing
the time.
for people.
Correct.
So then they just sort of, we better bank on this.
They rested on their laurels.
And now they've made it stale by bringing out Tales of the Borderlands, Minecraft, Story Mode,
Game of
Thrones, Walking Dead 2. Now we've got Batman, we've got Borderlands 2, I think is in production. Game of Thrones Season 2 is in production. It's just going way too far. But that'll be interesting to see how we go.
And Back to the Future.
Oh, God,
that was ages ago.
Yeah, let's not.
That was like the Jurassic Park area. That game was also terrible.
That was not good.
That was actually bad.
It's just one of those things where it's just become stale.
Yes. I'm looking forward to Pokemon Go in particular. I know there's been talks about whether or not it'll be good and live up to the hype. I don't give a crap, to be honest. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be a very simple game.
It will.
It's based off the same developers who made Ingress on the mobile phones.
Yep.
Which is just about walking around a city or
finding
around
landmarks.
suburbs, finding landmarks, taking control for whatever team or faction you've chosen.
And that'll be... I see this is exactly the same.
Basically like a real-life Pokemon.
Well, I don't know if anyone here played Dream Radar on the Pokemon 3DS.
Oh, Dream Radar, okay, yeah.
Right? That was an AR capturing game. I have a feeling this will be in the very similar vein with Ingress type gameplay. I think that's basically what it's going to be, but if I can catch all the Pokemon again, why not?
It's definitely reminiscent of scanners.
Yeah.
Little old toys that you go around and like scan the barcodes,
Yeah,
get a monster.
absolutely, yeah.
Same
Digimon.
thing with
A
doing
Digimon
all that kind of
Walker.
stuff.
Digimon.
And that's time, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. I know. So there are many, many more games we're looking forward to this year. Just to roll off a few, we're looking forward to
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. I cannot wait. I just cannot wait. Pokken Tournament right around the corner. I can't wait for that. What else have we got? We got probably a Pokemon announcement. It's going to be a year of Pokemon. We'll talk about that in a coming
Probably Z, wouldn't
podcast.
it?
Oh, look.
I'd say that's the next step.
I would
is
say it
do
has
that
to
one.
be.
It has to be Z.
Has to be. And we've got a whole other myriad of games. We've got Quantum Break, which Jimmy D, very excited for.
Yep, purely because it's done by the developers of Alan Wake, which was one of my favourite Xbox games.
Yep.
So that one's another good one. That's around the corner
We've
as well.
got The Division, which is dropping in just a couple of weeks. We've got our hands on the beta. That'll be coming up in another podcast in a short amount of time. But that's it for this podcast. Thank you for joining us back in Season 2. Jimmy D, say farewell.
Ta-ta, darlings.
Frubix, it's been good having you.
Yes, it has.
It has. And for all of you out there, don't forget to...
Stay safe.
Stay classy.
Don't get in cars if they offer you lollies.
No, getting cars, if they offer you lollies, just make sure they have the lollies.
They have to be the good lollies.
They have to be
Yeah.
the... Yeah.
They've got to be Allens. If they're not
Allens.
Allens,
If they're trying
don't
to
get
give
the
you a
car.
Mars bar, don't do it.
Don't
If
do
they're
it.
giving you a picnic, yes.
Yes, how you doing?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time.